All right. Once again, welcome, welcome. My name is Blessing, and I'm happy to have you in the class today. Thank you so much for being a part of this class. A wise person once said that whatever your heart conceives with hard work and determination, you can achieve. And the journey of 1,000 miles begins just with one step. I know you're here because you want your business to be successful. The first step to having a successful business is actually to acquire the right knowledge, the right information. So you have made the right decision and taken the right step, the first step to the path of success. And I applaud you for that. I want you to know that I will be with you throughout this whole journey that we will be embarking on. We'll get to our destination together. No one will be left behind. So this is going to be an interactive section, and I implore you to please make sure that you are participating throughout the whole class. You learn more when you actually participate in the class. All right, so if you know where the microphone is, please can you give me a 5 on the chat board? Excellent. Thank you so much, Julia. I appreciate that. So I'm just going to turn off my webcam for now, and I'm going to start my screen sharing. All right. So we can get back to business. Right to business. Okay. Bear with me. I'm just going to pull up my. Thank you so much, guys, for your patience. Really appreciate you all. You're awesome. Really, really awesome. Just trying to pull up this PowerPoint. All right, great. And I'm going to do my screen sharing. All right, all right, all right. Awesome. So if you can see my screen very well, please can you kindly give me a 3 on the chat board as well? Can you see my screen? Can anybody see my screen? It's kind of small. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry about it. I'm going to see what I can do to. Okay. Let's see if there's a way I can maximize it. Let's see what I can do. Okay. Just gonna drag it here. Is that better? Is that better? Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Julie. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So I want to start by asking how many of you have had conversations before? That's right. I believe we've all had conversation. Life is all about conversations. You have conversations with your family, with your friends, your colleagues, and right now you and I are having conversation. So today we are going to be looking at great conversation. And our objectives or our goal for this class is actually fivefold. First, we will be reviewing some key metrics that you will encounter during your business activities. Next, we'll also be looking at the power of words and how it impacts your metrics. We will be discovering what effective listening is really about. We'll be looking at how to take ownership of a call. We'll be looking at different call scenarios in order to ascertain the success and challenges that impact customer experience and hence your metrics. We'll also be having some fun activities in between and at the end. And I know you all like to have fun, fun, fun. So those are the things that we're going to be doing today. So the first metrics that we are going to be looking at is average handle time. But before then, we are trying to establish the relationship between great conversations and metrics. Research has shown that there is a correlation between a great conversation and good metrics. They are directly proportional to each other. In other words, great conversation equals good metrics. So it's really important to make sure that you're having great conversations with your customers. Oh, I see a hand raised up, Jennifer. Do you want to say something? Please don't be feel free to jump on the microphone if you want to say something. Jennifer, your hand
Oh,
is raised.
I had
Okay.
it I had it raised from earlier. I was just going to say yes, the screen was a little bit small for me too, but it's a little bit better now. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that earlier on, but thank you so much. I think I saw in the chat part too. Thank you. All right. So oftentimes metrics are impacted if the customer feels that you had a great conversation or not so a great conversation. So the first metrics that we are going to be looking at today is average handle time. So what does average handle time means to you? What does it mean to you? What does average handle time mean to you? Anyone?
Oh, how long we're on the phone with the customer?
Exactly. Thank you so much. Sorry, was that Jennifer or Julie?
That's Julie.
Oh, Julie, thank you so much, Julie. That was a great answer. Thank you so much. That's right. How much time we spend on the phone with the customer. So if Mr. B goes to the bank for a bank transaction and the teller spends 5 minutes to resolve his issue, then the following day he goes back again for the same transaction and the teller spends 30 minutes with him. Which of the tellers gave Mr. B a better customer experience? Which of the tellers do you think gave Mr. B a better
The
customer
one
experience?
the one that was quick and efficient.
Exactly, thank you. Why? Because the first teller saved him a lot of time that he could put towards other important things for the success of his business. If a survey was sent out, which of the tellers will get a better survey? Sorry, which of the tellers or the customer agent or the customer service rep will get a better survey? Which one do you think?
The one that they liked because they took care of it.
That's right, and save them more
Yeah.
time. Yeah, exactly. You're right. Thank you so much. So the same goes with having conversations with customer. A shorter and effective conversation makes for a better customer experience. Customers tend to become infuriated or furious when the average handle time is really, really long. So it's having long, painful conversation is not a great conversation. If you're able to follow the path of least resistance, in this case, if you follow your call flow guide, you'll be able to get the information that you need when you need it, how you need it. And using the call flow service aid helps you stay on track to have an efficient call. Awesome. Great job, guys. You're doing great. Wow. Awesome. All right. So the next metric that we'll be looking at is first call resolution. What comes to mind when you hear the phrase first call resolution? Feel free
Um,
to jump. Thank you. Yes.
for me, that means I fixed it the first time they called in.
That's right, Jennifer. Thank you. Exactly. That's what it means. Customers want you to resolve their issue the first time you call in. Have you ever called into a call center and asked a CSR to help you resolve an issue that you're having challenges with? Who were you happy with? The one that resolved it the first time or the ones that that had to make you call back? Which one?
The one that resolved it.
Exactly. Because nobody wants to call back. It takes our time that would have used for other things. So if we follow the path in our knowledge base and use our service aids very well, we can solve the customer's issues accurately and there will be no need for them to call back. All right, so the third metric that we're going to be looking at is customer satisfaction. Customers often respond favorable to a survey when they've had a great conversation or interaction with an agent. So it's always good to make sure that the customer have something we call a wow experience. I think Jennifer said, do you know if we get paid for this section? That's a great question, Julie. Oh, were you asking Jennifer? Okay. Well, I think it's a question that I can handle, but I just want to let you know that I'm so sorry that it's not something that I can give a response to. If you are your own IBO, oh, you were asking Jennifer. Please, I would suggest that we don't talk about revenue, anything about revenue during the class, okay? Just because of our policy. So if you're your own IBO, please, I will suggest that you reach out to partner support, okay? They'll be able to help you and give you the information that you need. However, if you are not your own IBO, please reach out to your IBO. They'll be the best people to give you the right response. Oh, that's okay, Jennifer. That's fine. Thank you so much. All right. So we don't know until we ask, right? Yes, that's what live is. So thank you so much for that question. So we are going to be looking at the next slide. What makes for a great conversation? What do you think makes a conversation memorable? Can anyone tell me? What makes a conversation memorable to you?
If I feel good about it when I get off the phone.
Awesome, great, awesome. That's great. Also, power words work. Power words. What do I mean by power words? Can anybody tell me what they think I mean by?
Um, does that mean like you want to, when I think of power words, I think of words like can, absolutely, definitely, my pleasure.
Wow, you're very smart, Jennifer. That's it. You hit the nail on the head. Absolutely, that's correct. Power words are persuasive and descriptive words. They trigger emotional response and they instill in people the desire or the need to respond to you. And people cannot resist being influenced by that. And Jennifer gave us examples of power words such as I can, I will, we can, we will. Absolutely, yes. Customers want to hear what you can do for them, how you can help them. So you want to always direct yourself to, you always want to keep telling them what you can do for them and not what you cannot do for them. However, on the other side are wrong words that can sabotage a conversation. What do you think I mean by wrong words, or can you give me examples of wrong words?
That be words like I can't or policy says we can't.
That's right. You're right. So you don't want to use I can't, I cannot do it, or you don't want to tell them I don't know, or you don't want to tell them maybe, I don't think so, possibly. You know what? That causes the customer to lose confidence in you. So you always wanted to use the I can words, the power words, because they reflect positive outcome. Great job, guys. Wow, you guys are so smart. I have an awesome class. I'm glad to have you guys here. All right, now that we have dealt with that, we are going to be looking at effective listening. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about effective listening. So when you hear the word effective listening or the phrase effective listening, what does that mean to you?
Listening well to the person that I'm talking to, and then being able to understand and then translate that back to them.
That's right. Thank you so much, Julie. You're absolutely right. Very smart. Yes. So effective listening encompasses paying attention, understanding what somebody says, not cutting them off, and not having to have them repeat themselves or the information or whatever they have shared with you. So, how do you know when someone is listening to you? What are the things that indicate that somebody is actually listening to you?
Appropriate responses, like maybe rephrasing back to them what they said.
Absolutely, absolutely, you're right. So, making verbal cues, maybe you know that if you're in personal contact with them, all right, and like you said, Julie, able to rephrase back, right? You paraphrase, you're able to tell them what they have shared with you. And how can you show a customer that you've been listening? The first question was, how do you know when someone's listening to you, right? Okay, and I think it was a little bit, sorry, Julie, you said paraphrasing. I think the paraphrasing might go well with showing the customer that you actually have been listening, right? Was that what you said? I got you right, right, Julie? Was that what you said? Paraphrasing the
Yes.
issues. Yes. So I think that will fall in line more with showing the customer that you have actually been listening by paraphrasing and summarizing the issue or the challenges that they shared with you they are having when they are done. And remember, when doing that, you don't want to interrupt what you're saying, right? We want to avoid verbal collisions as much as possible. So we don't interject when the customer is actually talking. All right. So great job, guys. Good job. I hope, is there everyone with me? If you know you're with me and I'm not leaving anyone behind. Jennifer, yes, I think, okay, in 12, 6 minutes. I'm not sure if I heard from you in the long one. Jennifer, are you there with me?
Oh,
Hello?
yes, I was having trouble finding my mic. I'm here with you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving anyone behind. You guys have been awesome throughout the whole class. Thank you so much for participating. I really do appreciate that. I'm just going to turn my webcam back on. All right, just a minute. Okay, while we wrap up, we've got to the end of the class. And please do not forget to do your homework so that we can be ready for the class tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be another fun day. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm just trying to. Okay. Whenever this webcam comes on, it just grows bigger. So I'm just going to try to. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your patience. Okay, just trying to drag it a bit. All right, so just to recap some of what we did, does anybody have any question for me before I do the recap? Any question? Just gonna look at my chat board. No,
No.
no. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are great. Awesome. You know why I always use the word awesome? Because you guys are awesome personified. You guys are just amazing. I'm blessed to have you in my class. So just to have a recap, we're able to recall the key metrics. We talked a little bit about them. We got to know a bit about what they are about. We're able to talk about power words and know the importance of using power words in our conversation. That's telling the customers what we can do for them. Remember, we always want to focus on what we can do, and stay away from I don't know, because you want a customer to have a confidence in you. We're able to also demonstrate an uh, uh, understanding of the importance of effective listening. In other words, listening effectively to the customer, making sure that we are actually hearing what they want us, what they're communicating to us about. We also looked at the how we're able to take ownership of a call, and we got to listen to a call and recognize the successes and the challenges that are involved in it. So, in the last slide, question time. If anybody has any question, last question for me. Any more questions? I know. Are we all okay? We all good? Oh, great, Julie. Thank you so much. You're good. All right, guys. So we've come to the end of the class. It's been my pleasure spending this time with you, going through this learning journey with you. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. So you take care of yourself. Make sure you stay safe. Bye, guys.